Hey, what's going on, everybody? James here, your ABX audiophile. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Do not shoot the messenger, but today we are going to talk about power filtering and some cables. Stay tuned. Don't yell at me. All right, welcome everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. If you did not know, we are the world's only 100% non-profit reviewer. 100% of our proceeds go directly to supporting youth musical programs across the United States. All of our Patreon, YouTube, all the great raffles and auctions that we have on our vendor gear in our Discord, 100% of our proceeds go to support youth musical programs. So check all the links in the description below and be part of the great work that we're doing. All right, so the first one that we're going to look at, and it's been reviewed before, been talked about a bunch, is the very simple W3900. You can get these on Amazon. I think they're $179. I'll show you guys the website on them, or the links on Amazon, and I'll put the links in the chat below. But essentially what we've got is a simple, just let's filter the power that's coming in. So we're going to take the power from the wall. We're going to get it to this box, and then this box is going to do some things to the power, filter it in a way that reduces kind of noise, and we'll talk about kind of what that effect is and what that makes on your sound a little bit later in the video, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. This guy here is a large one. We've got 6 plugs that actually run through the filter, so the power comes in, runs through here, and then you get 6 plugs to choose from that are actually filtered. And then we have 4 direct plugs. These are actually like hospital grade plugs. If you actually open it up and looked into it, there's a bunch of other reviewers who kind of took it apart, electricians that took it apart. They are a really high grade plug in here. And then these ones are just kind of standard, like the ones you'd maybe see in your house, just kind of cheapies, maybe Home Depot stuff. So nothing special here, just a standard wall plug. Really cool. Nice robust on and off switch here in the bottom. You got your power LED, your phase. I don't know how you would ever get out of phase with your power, but if your power is out of phase at your house, this will let you know. And it's been tested. Actually, if you go out of phase, it will come up that way. Really nice bottom feet here. Nice rubber kind of feet. They're kind of a stiff rubber. So you would, set that on the floor, hardwood, you'd be good there. 4 of them, and they're kind of inset a little bit so it doesn't take up too much space. And then on this end, you can see you've got just your standard plug and your breaker. So a little bit of protection, stuff like that. Super cool unit. It doesn't come with a power cord. You can buy it with a power cord, and I will show you guys the website here. Some of you might be already familiar with this guy. They are saying, wink, wink, that it is 28% off at $179, regular $249. I could not imagine anybody ever paying $249 for this unit. I would highly suggest that you don't pay $249 for this unit. $179. It's a decent value. If you watch some of the other reviews, basically what you have, I'll show you guys here. Let me bring it up. Here it is. I'll show you right here. So this is actually, it's not the inside of this unit, but all of your filter components are the same in each one of their units. You'll see this one just has 8 standard plugs here that run through there, and I think this W3900 is kind of the upgraded version of this. But this is essentially what you're going to see if you take it apart. So the power comes in from the plug back here. There's your breaker. It runs up to the front of the unit to the switch, and then basically it interacts with this board right here, and then the power signal runs through a series of caps and chokes. You've got this choke here, and basically filters the power, and then it comes out the other end and runs to the power plug. So that's kind of what you got going on. So that's a really good option. And it's not, I think one guy was saying it's probably like $10 worth of parts. So they're not anything like super fancy. But essentially what you're going to do at the end of the day is kind of just reduce that noise floor a little bit. And in my experience, it kind of just cleaned up the sound stage a little bit. Like just a little bit less noise. a little bit more focus. It doesn't really, I didn't notice any like change in sound, but at any rate, here's the guy right here. You can get it on Amazon, 179 bucks. If you need that many plugs, you get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plugs with this guy. Again, you're going to have to buy a power cord. So by the time you do that, you get a decent Pine Tree Audio power cord or something. You're looking at a couple $100. But that's the one. I've used this one in my system. I've used the W Audio one. Really all machined aluminum on the ends, super like 1/4 inch thick, super great build, all nice little screws, full metal cabinet. I mean, this thing is built like a tank. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't want to spend 179 bucks and you want better internal components, if you want a better choke, better capacitor, better board, better plugs, better wiring, if you just want all around better quality, I would urge you to take a look at the Emotiva CM6. You only get 6 plugs with this, and they are kind of all configured in line, and you can see they're facing kind of each other. So if you have wall warts, you got to be careful, because like if you put a wall wart here and it faces that way, you could be covering up one of your plugs. So that's the only downside to this Emotiva. But this thing is just built like a tank. All aluminum, same kind of configuration, except they're a little bit more efficient with their running of the wire. So the Emotiva one's really nice because you only have just a couple inches of wire that you're running, and I'll show you the differences of those in a second. But much more efficient build, much more quality build. If you took this apart, I'll show you guys the caps and the chokes that they use are much more quality than you would find in the W Audio 3900. So let's look at that guy real quick. I'll show you the Emotiva one. And this might be one you want to take a look at. And check this out, guys. They are only $99 right now. And I will tell you that both of those power filters have the exact same effect on the sound stage. Lowered noise floor, better focus. Things just seem a little bit more cleaner and clear. I will say I really couldn't notice a difference when switching between the two, but I could notice a difference when they were eliminated from the system and I used just my cheap little, $16 power strip. Your the ones you like get at Best Buy and stuff, which are supposed to be pretty good quality. But so definitely something going on there as far as lowering the noise floor and cleaning stuff up. But I would say if this configuration works for you, this $99 on the Emotiva one is a no-brainer. And I'll show you how the inside of that one looks. Very similar build to the W Audio one. I'm sorry for the blurry picture. It's the only one I could find. But look at this. We're coming in right here with our power cable. Hopefully you're using a nice, Pine Tree Audio, ISO Braid or something. You can get some of the W Audio ones, but they really don't make a difference. And look at this. We've only got a couple inches of really nice heavy gauge wire going right into the board. We've got a little bit better chokes and capacitors in here to run and filter that signal out. You can see the power plugs here are all copper. Really nice power plugs, but you only get 6 of them. So that's something that you got to think about there. So anyway, that's kind of the thought on some of these power filters. I would suggest that so these are the ones that I ran before. I always ran just these W Audio. You can get them for like 30, 40 bucks. I think this one's like maybe 12 gauge and this one's like 10 gauge. It's all copper, so you're getting a really good product. All the ends are really industrial grade. I've taken these all apart and looked at them all. They're built really well. This one doesn't come with copper. It's a little bit cheaper. I think this is like 20 or 30 bucks. You can get them all different lengths. But it really wasn't until I went to the Pine Tree ISO braids before I started to notice, again, a step in that lowered noise floor, that darker background, kind of that less, things just a little bit more focused. And I did it in a big step. I didn't just put one power cable in. I bought I bought Pine Tree Audio ISO braids for my entire system and like replaced it on every component. And it was like somebody pulled the drapes back on the system. Again, didn't change the tonality or the sound or like, you know, make it cleaner or brighter or warmer or whatever, any of those words. It just felt like it was like a cleaner picture, like I washed the window of the soundstage. So those Pine Tree Audio ISO braid power cables paired with a really nice filter, whether it's the Emotiva or the W3900, and you can spend a lot of money on this stuff. I mean, you can get up to some really expensive ones if you want to. But I found that, you know, for the money, I can justify this. $100 for this guy, you know, supporting a great company like Emotiva, and this thing is just built super, super nice, and just beautiful plugs. This is the way I would go if you asked me, hey, James, what are you putting in your system? This is going to be in my main system right here. So anyway, check those guys out. Again, $99 for the Emotiva CM6 right now on their website. Links will be in the description. And then the W Audio AC, purifier, surge protection. They all have that surge protection space. $179. Both of them you will need a power cord, and I would highly suggest getting yourself some of these Pine Tree ISO braids, man. These things are phenomenal. If nothing else, they are just an absolutely fantastically built. And Jesse over there just does a really good job, uses really good components. So make sure you get over and check out Pine Tree Audio. Yeah, leave some comments in the description below down there if you guys use any of these products. If there's things that you like better, let us know in our community what you're using, what's working for you. And hey, man, at the end of the day, just have fun listening. Don't worry about anybody else. And remember, everything matters. Make sure you check out the links, hit that subscribe button, be part of our charity doing good work. Oh, and do not forget, we're raffling off a set of Cesti B bookshelves right now. We're going to be pulling the pin on those next week. We got 2 sets of MarkAudio VOD1s that we're going to be auctioning off in our Discord. So make sure you get in that Discord. We're doing a ton of cool stuff in there. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Have a great day.